I should call this the daily update for Spirit, but we're going to do the live at 11:05 format on BC. This is Spirit Cars, and you get a daily dose of Daryl. So it's kind of a just expanded version of yesterday. So you've been working on it.
This is Mr. Tim's car.
Mr. Tim's car, Insanity, and it's pure insanity here.
Insanity. Yeah.
So we got the blown big block 4.
Yeah.
What is it? 460?
460 Ford stroke to the end of its life.
So there's no room for nothing.
We wanted air conditioning.
And we wanted air conditioning. So what do we got here? Point and tell me
well,
about it.
I had to build a bracket to actually hold the whole complete compressor in place.
Okay.
Okay, I've got another bracket coming off the frame that's slotted in 2 spots that has tensioning screws to hold it in place.
You can kind of see.
Then I have an adjustment screw here on the side that you can just put a wrench on and adjust it out. And basically what's going to happen is there's going to be one belt running the alternator, this coming off the motor. They're all in line coming off the motor, and you'll be able to tension the belt by this right here. There's still a little bit of play here in the alternator, but not much. I've actually got a set screw it to hold it in place.
Oh, yeah, that's not enough to do much.
No, it's not. I would prefer, if at all possible, we can leave it this far away from the frame and use this bottom to tension the one belt that's going to go on
and the
there.
motor's solid mounted.
Motor, yeah, it's all solid mounted. This is all solid mounted.
reinforced.
Basically, it's all going to be solid mounted.
So if
yeah.
you torque it enough to bend this frame to make any difference, you're like getting serious.
Yes, very serious.
Like way past serious.
But the bracket that I built wraps around it and bolts in this 3 different places here, and then it's basically all welded nice and snug. And I've got rod in between so it doesn't collapse, so it doesn't break anything.
That's definitely a one-off.
Yeah, you'll have to pull the alternator off of it to fill the fluid. Once you, the very first time you fill the fluid in the compressor here, but I've got a hole in this bracket so you can get to it.
A lot of work. I've seen Eddie up in here. We were talking about the brake, or what were we talking about?
Redoing his brake pedal, getting his brake pedal in location that needs to go. And Eddie was talking about having to notch the bell housing, the doghouse there a little bit so he can put his gas
So
pedal
we get his foot in there.
Get his foot in there
Which
for
we
the
do.
gas pedal.
We do that fairly often.
Fairly often.
So
Give
we-
them a little notch for their foot to rest.
We'll notch into here.
Yeah, so he can.
And then your
gas
foot will
pedal.
fit in there. So that'll be good. So this is
Basically, tomorrow we'll pull the body off of it, pull the motor off, put the motor back on its stand, and I'll finish welding everything out on it.
and it'll be out of your area.
It'll be out of my area. Yep.
And then next.
Yep.
Well, I better go see what Eddie's up to then.
All right.
I've seen you trying to hide there. So, okay, we got this. I finally got some material up for you. So this is glass together. This goes in around the back window. Gets upholstered. So old fast Eddie, you're being pretty quick here.
Well, I'm trying.
Working on Jeff's car. Jeff wanted to know something about wheels and tires yesterday. Made a question. I talked to Josh about it. He's supposed to call him, so I need to follow up on that. I don't know what it was. But y'all, if you watched very many of these, you've seen this happening before. And I promise what I'm going to do. I told Eddie, one of these that you're going to do, I'm just going to kind of hang out and show up every half hour or 20 minutes and take a
Well, all right.
15 or 20 second video of the step-by-step process.
Okay, as long as you don't get in my way.
Oh, I never get in anybody's way. So there you go. Coming around. I showed the seats yesterday, so you got the seats are already done.
Yeah, I moved them out of here.
Got the door panels done. Oh, I seen you were putting the wood on the door panels, making your custom. Where are they at? Oh, they're right here. You got them on yet, or?
No.
So you got to kind of put a little bit there to fill the gaps.
Well, I had to.
So these are the door panels.
I got them marked where these are at.
Okay.
I make them clips on the back of the door handles where they get into something solid instead of just pulling on the
Fits
door
in.
panels.
Didn't I see you cutting handles earlier?
Yeah, they were on the pan.
Oh, here we go. Custom. Custom, yeah.
Yeah.
Right out of the lumber yard.
Right out of the yard, yeah.
But by the time you whittle them around and
Yeah,
cover them,
cover
they
them
look
and
pretty
stuff.
good.
Yeah, what I do, see on the back side of the door panel, I put these on it. When you put your door panel on,
And see, it slides down into there.
So you've got the panel in between that.
Exactly. Yeah, you're pulling on this fiberglass instead of just the cardboard panel.
And that works out good.
Yeah.
And kind of the same, are we gonna upholster this probably?
No, he's going to paint
He's gonna
this.
paint it?
Yeah.
So this is the overhead console, it goes up there along the
Yeah, I
windshield.
got the holes all done
And then that goes up
yeah.
along the top. Did you put the pieces in yet?
Yeah, they're in there.
So you can kind of see where that slides up under there. And then the headliner, it just gets glued up into that.
Well, yeah, it's covered up there. And this just goes over the headliner. See, it's just over and slides in there like that. And then you screw it up into here.
Mm-hmm.
I've already got the wood up there.
And the headliner's up underneath that.
Headliner's up underneath.
And then it's glued to the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
So there's your daily update, what Eddie's up to.
Yeah. Fixing to put all the push pins in it and start covering stuff.
And move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure out who's gonna be next in line.
Right.
I had 32 with 3 windows gonna be next, but it may not be next now. We'll see, but there's a couple other ones.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
I didn't talk a whole lot about this yesterday. This is Robin's car, the Midas Touch. So we've got the fenders on. They're bonded on. You can kind of see the braces here. This will all get painted. So it's got a brace that goes from the bottom part of the steering arm, or both to the top of the steering arm actually, and comes around and is bonded into the fiberglass fender. And then here we're braced. It's bolted in 2 places, one into the brake bracket and one through the brake bracket and into the spindle. So we drill and we tap that in there. So basically you've got 3 bolts that hold the thing on. And then kind of lines up with the fender, so it turns with the fender, or with the wheel, I mean. So it's a spindle mount fender. Kind of hanging out there, but it's pretty sturdy. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell from, but I'm hitting it pretty hard and it's not rocking at all. So next is to get the back ones on here. So we'll be doing that next. Okay, we got Dan's car. So Ed, you got them painted.
Yep.
We could go in there, but then it sounds like we're in a tunnel, in the cave.
Okay.
So looks good.
Yeah, everything looks good.
Now we got to put them somewhere so we don't get them all scratched.
Not my problem.
Not your problem. Are you
After
gonna
they're painted.
you're gonna buff a couple spots on
Yeah.
the stuff that's in your face? It's already pretty slick and
Always.
shiny and nice, but
Yeah. We always buff.
a little bit.
I'll buff the cowl on the front, any little nibs I may see in the body.
So that's
I'll buff the hood, the top of the hood, make sure there's no trash on it or specks, nibs. But it's looking good.
it is looking pretty good.
We got a couple more parts to paint still.
We got the grill shell to paint,
The what?
the grill shell
The grill shell,
and the back
tank cover,
the tank cover.
hinges.
Oh yeah, we gotta get them
Gotta
hinges
get the
painted.
hinges painted.
But I'm gonna go through his stuff now. I think we got his steering or his wiring kit here. So it's time to put that in there and start thinking about wiring this puppy. Getting it bolted down. Interior's already done. You got the interiors already done for this one.
Yeah. Yeah, the headliner's still in it. So
Yeah,
you got it all masked off.
it's green now. I painted it green
Well, good.
to match the body.
Yeah, well, good.
So we're gonna start
We
wiring
need to
next.
put a prop to hold it up off of everybody's head, though.
How are we gonna do this wiring thing? Are we gonna draw straws to see who gets it?
Wiring. Oh.
We just hand them the short straw.
Well, I was
hand it
gonna make it
Don't
look
look
like.
at me. I already got all the stuff to plug and play.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not that big a deal.
Yeah,
Did this
okay.
one have a? Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta get all the pins for the doors. We gotta do that in a couple cars. So no, I'm not gonna pull you off of Joe's car. So you're on Joe's car. I may do this one.
Oh, okay.
And we got Arnie's car up there too to do
Oh, this
wiring
is
on.
Is that a performance parts? Ramjet.
Yep.
Yeah.
They run good.
Looks like plug and play to me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, GM performance parts.
All right, so we'll have to figure that out.
You just got that many is all.
Just that many.
Just that many.
We don't know what we're doing, but we always pretend we do.
That's it.
We have confidence.
Right.
Don't you love it when guys have all this overconfidence and they don't have a clue?
Oh yeah.
That's the worst. If I don't know how to do it, I'll tell you. I don't know how to do
Yeah,
it. So Dan, I'm afraid I don't know how to do it, so I'm going for it. It'll probably be me on this one. And then when I get stumped, I'll say, Eddie, I got to do something else. Can you help me out here? Finish this one up for me.
Right. No, it ain't that bad.
No, it's not a big deal. No, I like the man. Whenever it
Pretty-
says
pretty
what
nice
it is,
head, yeah.
how does it get better than that? When
You
it
can't
says,
get much better than that, can you?
you know, you got color coded
oxygen
wires.
sensor, yeah.
Yeah.
Knock sensor,
And then the wiring loom that we use is a kind of pre-done.
yeah.
And they all wires are all different colors, and it says what they are on it. So.
Yeah. So it's
All right, so we're close to there.
that bad once you get used to them.
We have to figure out what we're going to do with headlights and all that kind of stuff. We're not doing fenders, so it won't have a light bar.
You're not doing fenders.
I don't believe we're doing fenders on this. Dan was wanting wheel
Okay.
sizes, so he's going to send the wheels.
I thought we were doing running boards and fenders.
We were, but now we're not.
Awesome.
So it's a new
Okay.
car. And this one, I was going to show you after I put it on the ground. I'm fixing to put it on the ground, so I may edit in a version of this one by the door, ready to go for a run. So it is close. This is a tributee to Frank, Bill's car. So we're going to get some wheels and tires on it. We're going to actually, these are going to be dual purpose. They still got the nubs on it. It's from another car. We use it to mock up the fenders here, so we're going to put it underneath this one and maybe wear a couple nubs off, but at least get some miles on this car. So I think before we're done, I may do a couple more things and then do lunch with Herschel. Well, this is a live 11:05, so I've got to do a trigger time. But it's really hard to get triggered when you're having lunch over at Herschel's.
Yeah.
Check it out. This is what we had today. What do we have? There's a little of this and the corn. I already ate the corn, and we got all looks all kosher to me. Those were good. And then you got your hat on.
I got my hat on.
I got my hat on.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get triggered. So you know what I've not been doing?
No.
We were talking about this yesterday. I haven't done my welcome to the fellowship of the hot rods.
Yeah.
This is your daily dose.
Yeah.
And you gave me an idea for one yesterday. I didn't do anything with it, and I showed you two that I had scripted.
Yeah.
So you want to just read them for us?
Okay. He just handed this.
I just handed it to him. So
Okay.
make it look like you're not reading it though. Here, I'll keep
Oh,
my
yeah,
hand.
really?
I'll keep my hand. No, I'll be above the paper. So do
Well,
it like.
you've already given it away.
Well,
Okay.
they'll figure it out.
Okay, welcome back to the Daily Dose, where cars and faith drive us forward. Today we're looking at the power of patience, something every driver and every believer needs. James 1:3-4 says, the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. It's like sitting in traffic. Your car's ready to go, your engine's humming, but you're stuck, inching forward slowly. It's frustrating, but you know that rushing ahead isn't the answer. Sometimes life feels the same way. You're eager to reach your destination, your goals, your dreams, but you're stuck in a slow lane. But remember, just like driving, patience has a purpose. It refines you, teaches you, and makes the journey worthwhile. So next time you're feeling stuck, whether on the road or in life, take a breath and trust the process. Let patience have its perfect work, and you'll be more complete and prepared when it's time to hit the open road again. We'll see you next time on the Daily Dose, where faith and cars teach us to navigate every mile of the journey. Amen.
Well, that's pretty good. You didn't give me much eye contact though.
Well, I can't help it.
Well, yesterday I had the perfect for that because they were doing some construction out back here.
Right.
I was going to pull up behind that.
Yeah.
And kind of do that while I was in construction. I was going to go by a stoplight while I would be stuck,
Yeah.
but I didn't do that. Maybe I'll still do that for the
Yeah.
Daily Dose. But you kept it within like 90 seconds.
Yeah. I
So
knew
that's a
you
good
told
thing.
me that.
Well, you were scripted. So we got two. So I got one. So here's what we should do. Is this the one you did?
No.
No, Proverbs one. So this one about the heart.
Yeah.
But you gave me an idea for one yesterday that I didn't
Yeah.
do anything. Going the extra mile.
Yeah.
So you're preaching on the extra mile, right?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Or
Yeah.
did you for
Yeah.
this Sunday?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're gonna finish trigger time.
Yeah.
But you got to give me your sermon in a nutshell. 90 seconds.
Oh well. Okay.
Make it car related.
Well,
and what was the context?
If you
Go in the extra mile. Matthew 5:41.
Well, it talks about those days the Roman soldiers could call upon a Jewish person to carry their load, and the Lord had this message for us all to go the extra mile. Instead of carrying it 1 mile, Paul said to carry it another mile. Twain, it says, and that's 1,000 steps they called a mile. So 2,000 steps instead of 1. So what we do is try to do more than is expected of us, because let me tell you something you're letting your light so shine. People see by your actions, see by your deeds, that you do more than people expect, because it's God's way. Has God not done more for you? Has He not given you everything you need? My goodness, how wonderful it is to know that we can go the extra mile with His help. Thank you.
You're close tonight, but how did that car relate?
How did car relate?
Yeah.
Oh man, that extra mile. I'm gonna
So
get him.
you didn't get. So I was going to take that down the direction of
Okay.
gasoline.
Well,
Now, have you ever been on empty?
Oh yeah.
I mean, can I get it that extra mile?
Yeah.
Can I make it, to the gas station? My thing says
Yeah.
I can go 1 mile and the gas
Yeah.
station 2 miles away. All right, well, I was going to tie that one.
Let's
into
say
it.
when you don't have enough energy or petrol or fuel,
Okay.
God supplies the fuel you need to go the extra mile in His work. Every good and perfect gift from above, and that therefore we should be trying to do the same thing. God supplies all the energy for to go an extra mile, my friend. Don't
Oh,
worry
and the
about
stress too. We could have
Yeah.
to think about that. I may do a daily dose.
Yeah.
So the stress.
it. Yeah.
Now you can be aggravated. He made me go a mile. Now
Yeah.
Or you could just live in the moment and enjoy the moment.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now I'm stressed out. You ever been stressed out going down the road?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, am I going to make it to the gas station? Or am I going to run out of gas?
Yeah.
Why are you stressed? Either way, it's gonna it's gonna go as far as you're
Get
gonna
your
go.
cans, all I tell you.
So
That's right.
that's enough trigger time. I don't have a Trump hat here to
Yeah.
show. We got a Trump hat laying
No,
around.
I don't have a
Here,
Trump hat.
show me your Bible. That'll trigger somebody.
This,
Of course, we got
This
that
is
is a
our-
Bible. Yeah. Okay.
this is my Bible I keep in my shop.
So
It's the one we study by.
if you ain't been triggered there, that ought to trigger somebody.
Well, please trust in the Lord to help you through anything, whether it's patience, whether it's going the extra mile, whatever it is. Trust in Him. That's what it's all about. You'll be surprised if you'll just do that.
Okay, that sounded scripted. Did you read that one?
I just said that.
Okay, good. So that's it for today. We will see you tomorrow on Live at 11:05. The
Okay.
not at 11:05 and not live. It's recorded, but it's the format I've been doing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do it live when I get a better
Yeah.
way to make sure we
Well,
don't lose
You
contact.
told me I was going to do this 5 minutes before we did it.
Well, how much do
Please.
you need? How much time you need? We're supposed
Be
to be
ready
ready
always.
in season and out of exactly.
Okay.
All right, that's it for today.
God bless y'all.
Well, the day got kind of crazy. Got laying out kits. Didn't really get done exactly what I wanted to, but I got everything done. So I'm going to end it with a daily dose attached to the Live at 11:05 that's not really live. Herschel and I were kind of banging through some thoughts, so I came home and I actually started thinking about it. So welcome back to the Daily Dose, where faith and cars steer us in the right direction. Today's message is all about going the extra mile on the road and in life. Matthew 5:41 says, if anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with them 2. It's easy to cruise through life just doing what's expected. No more, no less. But God calls us to go above and beyond, not just for ourselves, but for others. Think about it like this. When you're on the road and see someone stranded with car trouble, do you keep driving or do you pull over and offer a hand? Going the extra mile means taking the extra time, making the extra effort, and showing God's love through your actions. It's about more than just driving a little farther. It's about helping others reach their destination, even when it costs you something.
So today, whether you're on the road or off, look for opportunities to go that second mile. Maybe it's helping a neighbor, forgiving someone who wronged you, or showing kindness when it's least expected. Those extra miles can change life, including your own. We'll see you next time on the Daily Dose, where faith and cars keep us moving forward, one extra mile at a time. And my goats are calling, and I better go take care of them. So we'll see you tomorrow on Live at 11:05.